Intra-tier 3v3 faction war. This is SDL Province and Space Marines versus those Chaos fellas. For the blue Space Marine team, Local Ghost is an apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside, Corona-chan is a force commander, regular offense, fights in melee combat, can also support, disrupt and tank some damage. And we've got Katla rounding off the team with a Tech Marine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair. The Black Templars over here. Red team, for the Chaos fellas, Lokyo is a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed, with powerful offense and disruption, fighting mainly in melee. Alongside, Daddy Warath is a Plague Champion, starts off in ranged combat with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but it's pretty slow. It's the Death Guard elite scheme. Is he going to get a special attack? Of course he is. Smacks over one of the CSM as well. And rounded off the teams is Logis with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control with all his fancy Tzeentchian spells. Here's one. Doom Bolts. Messed up those Tactical Marines. Meanwhile, west side is blue. 2v2 fight in the mid. Oh no, 3v2 because the Chaos Lords joined in. Force Commander should be forced off. There's a Doom Blast. Oh, it might go down actually. Yeah, gonna die. Plague Champion, don't go into melee. Your Bolter's way better at that. And the other fellas need to back off. Although, Apothecary's still in play. They could get a little pincer going. Double CSM for both Lokyo and Logis. In fact, Daddy Warath also double CSM. You have shotguns up here for Local Ghost. But I don't think they're going to engage. They're kind of surrounded here. I don't think it's worth trying to bash the power. Just follow it around and get out. There you go. Chaos Lord is here. Got some Nurgle worship. Going to be tough to revive that Force Commander without a heal or something. Boom! High-powered shot in the Plague Champion's face. Sends him packing. I think I've seen the Mastercrafted Bolter every single time in 293 that the Tech Marine's been in play. Apothecary with Purification Vials now. Wants to chuck him on some Heretics, I'm sure. There's a Doom Blast, and then they don't run. They get in there. Oh, he was thinking about throwing the Vials, but then... There we go. Vials in there. They actually hit some friendly units, though, pretty badly. Heretics do get away. The Apothecary does not. Should have thrown them when they first wanted to, I think. The Tactical Marines did not drop a model, though. Heretics are on the VP. Well, they were. What's going on, fellas? Maybe they misclicked, did not shift click properly to queue things up. Tech Marine goes for the revive. Out of cover though, and goes down. Misplay there from Katla. Way too dangerous to go for the revive. And the Sorcerer is chasing fools down. So is the Chaos Lord. Can they push all the way through onto the VP? Maybe. Can tie up both of these tacks, shoot up the scouts. Plague Champion's back in play. Just walking over the corpses of these, well, not corpses, they're twitching. Why don't you just shoot them in the head and finish them off, fellas? Would that be unfair? Chaos Lord's level 2. Is he the only one that's leveled? Yep. And all of those blue team heroes be down. Where's the Laramans? You see Corona-chan there asking for it. Corona-chan may be someone under a different name, I'm not sure. It's not a name I've seen before, I don't think. Heretics grabbing that contested wreck point, and they did get it together enough to get the VP as well. Havoc's up for Lokyo with that heavy bolter pushed all the way up here. Going to get shotgun blasted though, are they? Or just tied up? Both. Maybe? I think so, yes. They're being tied up. Just in awkward positions to be tied up in. CSM in turn chasing the scouts in melee with Eternal War, so they'll do quite a lot of damage to them in melee. Eternal War boosting their damage by 20% both melee and ranged. These guys also have it, you can tell by that handy plus indicator above their icon there. And the weird effects on their weapons. Those scouts are dead. Plague Champion has the Plague Sword, also known as a Sword of Undeath. They should change the name to that, I think. Sword of Undeath sounds way better. Power melee weapon that ignores melee resistance, which is a massive deal. Also creates zombies when you kill something with it, which is quite fun. You have anything else? Tech Marine dude? No. Now they need to defend the power. It's been one constant surge forward by the Chaos Space Marine team. And they have killed some stuff. Corona-chan's lost the scouts. Not sure if Katla had anything else up. Probably not, since they're going tier 2 already to replace the generators immediately. Maybe not the greatest idea. Oh, those heretics going to get away. 1 hit point and they get away. Nurgle smiles upon them and then probably vomits. We've got some Tzeentchian worship hiding all the stuff, or hiding all of Logis' stuff. Over here, Heretics of Lokyo going for the Devastators. And the Chaos Lord gets around them. Oh, heal came out just in time. They might have wiped, you know, if that wasn't for that heal. But that Doom Blast seemed to do a lot of damage. Must have hit all 3 models. I'm not sure if the Doom Blast, if it does a flat amount of damage, or if it's like a grenade, where it's like centralized around the thing that blows up and then it fades over the diameter or radius, whatever you want to call it. Whereas the Plasma Grenades of Eldar, quite uniform damage over the area. Looks like they're going to get a revive, and a level to 2. This guy's heal gets better every level these days. It's kind of like a hard carry, isn't it? The Apothecary. Look after him, let him level up in a team game, and he gets insanely powerful if he gets up to like level 7, level 8-ish. Or above. Got tier 2s for everyone aside from Local Ghost. And a Power Bash is on the cards. Chaos Lord can't walk through these walls. These are heavy crushed walls. So only tanks and Terminators and Dreadnoughts and stuff can get through them. Even though he's got Terminator armor, he's not heavy enough, that guy. Good grenade. It's a good grenade, and they do get away. Bunch of Nurgle worship to heal this stuff up. Any war gear aside from the sword? Nope. No mucus discharge. We do have a Dreadnought on the way for Katla. And Armor of Purity by the Apothecary. So it takes like a third off the cooldown of your heal, which is great if you have the energy to use it. Kicking off towards the mid. Keeping the pressure on though, aren't they, Chaos? Really keeping it on. Space Marines unable to break out. The Dreadnought should really help them do that though. Apothecary is kind of... It's a bunch of stuff blobbed up here for that Purification Vials. And here. Maybe they'll go for it. Got some sneaky scouts looking for a grenade throw maybe on the Havocs. Nope, they go for a shotgun blast. Apothecary trying to get in there. Oh, I think he just used his energy healing himself. Don't think he can throw them vials now. Heretics chasing off the scouts. CSM did drop a model. These Heretics are getting themselves into trouble trying to kill him. Wow, the scouts didn't even drop a model there. But the Heretics will be okay. And look how red the map is. Oh, someone just died. Tech Marine went down. We do have an Assault Cannon Dreadnought though. I don't really have an answer to it right now. They got some Plague Marines. Plague Marines in play, I should say, by Daddy Waroth. Would love to see the Plague Champion get like a Plague Marine missile launcher in tier 3 or something as an option. When the freaking Commando can sneak around with one of the most powerful anti-vehicle weapons. Let him have something. Give him a missile launcher with gunky Plague stuff in it. 261 to 415 1-to-1 cap. Bashing power, stealing power, stealing power. I think those Tactical Marines just came in that drop pod, yep. Indeed they did. Is someone going to get a revive? Corona-chan? Maybe? Yeah, they're going for it. They have a Sacred Standard. Just a passive AoE damage buff. It's pretty damn good. Kicking off west side. Blue. Space Marines are breaking out and creeping up. Don't want to throw away your Apothecary here though. Oh no, he's gone. I mean, retreated, you know. Librarian's in play now with the Psychic Hood. That's a good target for a smite. Really good target. There we go. Look at that. And these days, the smite ignores cover. So they were getting full damage there. Oh, uses the Gate of Infinity to get the Devastators right in play. Suppressing stuff immediately. What's the cooldown on the smite? Can he throw another one out here? Does have a power melee weapon, the Librarian. His Force Sword. Not sure how much it does. Maybe 50-ish. Can get the staff, of course. It's like 71 power melee. The some decent work here. And the 4-staff, the barrier thing might be good on this western side. Chaos Lord's having his way with these Devastators. Took a lot of damage there. They're waiting for the Apothecary to come in and heal him, that's why. You know what? Did okay there. Local Ghost. Unless the Librarian dies here. Oh, Gate of Infinity for the Apothecary to come in with vials on himself. And he's got his axe too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What did I say? Would have been great if the Librarian lives. Popped Angels of Death and then heals him. He should be okay. That was clutch there from Local Ghost. That was drained life from the Chaos Lord, but he used Angels of Death to reduce the damage by 50%, one of his globals, and then threw the heal, and it was enough to save him. It was enough. Force Commander's down, which makes his Sacred Standard buff even fancier, because everyone's sad when he falls down. They get very sad. Double Plague Marines for Daddy Warroth. A Dreadnought has been dealt with. Apologies. No, it hasn't. It's right there, dumbass. Dreadnought be living. Or whatever they're doing. You know, mortally wounded in there. Sucking on a pipe of air or whatever they do. Don't see any marked up CSM yet. But a bunch of them have died. Didn't they all get double CSM? So Daddy Warroth has lost one. Lockyo's lost one. Probably these fellas right here, actually. I see like 4 CSM models right there. Oh no, Apothecary. Oh, he gets teleported away to safety. Ish. Yeah, safe. He's safe. Plague Champion now has fetid armor. Gets a shotgun to the face though. They should be able to roll through here 2v1 against Local Ghost. Oh, Plasma Gun did some work to those CSM from these fellas. 2-1 here for the Space Marines, but not for long. Meanwhile, east side, we have some subjugated Stern Guard being used to try and tie up the Dreadnought. He didn't seem to care about that though. He was still shooting. That was weird. Rod of Warp Fire as well, and Demon Armor for the shield. Has a lot of abilities to juggle now, this Sorcerer. Lots of energy pressure. Needs to choose what to use well. Plague Marines getting their shots in. Those snaring missile launchers. Did get some buffs in 293. Now, you know, slightly better at shooting and using those missiles. Double slaughter CSM alongside them too. Forcing off the Stern Guard. I think the Dreadnought's going to be okay. Plague Marine's so slow they can't chase it. West side is red. Apothecary showed the Chaos Lord some power axe and he ran away. Level 2. Havoc's also retreating. Is that a whirlwind getting shots in? It was a whirlwind from Corona Chan. And another Dreadnought from Local Ghosts staying in this default melee state for now. There's nothing wrong with that. It can tear through melee stuff. Really smack up the Chaos Lord, that's for sure. Pushing through now. Big roster advantage for Local Ghosts against Lockyo. And now Logis bringing in some Chaos Terminators. Taking a lot of damage, you know. The Anointed Power Axe and the Force Staff doing some work there. And now they're all out of coherency because of the barrier. It's also knocking down the... Apothecary is going to get him downed, I think. Yeah, down he goes. Plague Champion levels to 3. Has a Mucus Discharge. Where did the Chaos Terminators go? Oh, they're back there. They have 3 models. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, they're all there. Melee Dreadnought getting stuck into some Chaos Lord. These fellas are meleeing it for some reason. Drain life. Some disruption, disable, and a little bit of health back. Las Cannon needs to move. Might get one more shot. No, it's moving. Can they take out this Dreadnought here? Maybe they can mess up the pathing with the Heretics. Looks like they want the cap though. It's stopping. I don't think you can Gate of Infinity a Dreadnought, right? Local Ghost asking for the global repair and gets it. Need to keep this thing moving though. Las Cannon's going to get, yeah, at least a couple of shots, maybe a third. Nope, he's moving. Looks like the Space Marine's pushing through the middle. I want to see how this Dreadnought does though. Some melee fisticuffs on the VP. Briefly. Dreadnought should keep moving, I think. There you go. Looks like it's going to be okay. Maybe the global repair saved it. I don't... Maybe. It does repair for quite a bit. Okay. Space Marines be decapping stuff. Not bashing power at the moment. And the Force Commander just menacingly standing there with Sacred Standard and that Thunder Hammer. Plasma Gun Tactical Marines, you've got some Stern Guard, and these guys who haven't impressed enough to get a weapon yet. Heretics are isolated and caught, and he's going to get a pincer here. These are Daddy Warroth's Plague Marines. But where is Daddy Warroth's CSM? They're back at base. Where's the Plague Champion? There he is, got the fist. And Lockyo has a great unclean one. These fellas with the autocannon get a mucus discharge heal there. It's not a huge AoE heal. What is it? 70? Yeah. That's like nothing for Terminators. The heal to himself is nice, and it's a nice bonus. Sorcerer, man, you're only level 2, buddy. It's tough, eh? Can be tough to level against Space Marines. In fact, everyone has had a tough time leveling. 236 to 229. It's very close on VPs, you guys. Force 1 is going to fall. And the standard buff probably won't be super helpful there. There's a great and clean one. Super unit for Chaos. Passively damages nearby enemies and has some nasty abilities like that. The Foul Snare. Very damaging in melee combat as well, as you may expect. Explodes on death, which does huge damage to enemies and heals allies nearby. So if it explodes and you're not his friend, run away. Because that thing will like one-shot a Nob Squad, I think. But the carriage just standing out there taking hits. He's surviving for now. Librarian's getting stuck in. We have those plasma gun tacks, and the Apothecary just took hits until he died. I guess he's looking at something else, Local Ghost. I'm not sure what. Everything seems to be here. That was a weird place to put the force barrier. Knocked over your allied tactical marines of Corona-chan. Librarian does get away. There's a good little push by the Chaos team, though. Look at this, though. Sneaky scouts from Corona-chan getting the VP. That was... Oh, that was Katla's Dreadnought. Katla just had a rough time. What are you doing? Oh, you're subjugating these Vanguard veterans. Those are Katla's. Whole bunch of melee. You got some Markov Corner CSM. These guys run like mad. And Dark Flames on retreat, is it enough? I don't think so. They have just enough. And heavy armor would have some resistance to that flame damage as well. Great and Clean One took a lot of damage. Vulnerable to plasma, that guy, because he's got super heavy infantry. The same armor that Terminators have. Armor type, even. Whirlwind behind the shot blocker, but he's a demon, so you can worship this big fella. And he loves it. You can worship him with heretics, and then he can consume one of the heretics to get his energy back. Much like the sorcerer can. Well, consume anything. But, you know, typically heretics. They're pushing through, need to get on this VP. And heretics are on it. 221 to 218. Can they bash power while they're here? Katla might need an assist, you guys. Looks like Corona-chan is going towards the east side. They still have Vanguard veterans, they still have Stern Guard veterans, and they still have Tactical Marines. And they're in tier 3. We've got 2 Chaos Terminator squads. Lockyos are getting autocannons. Autocannons, sorry. These guys already have it, as we've seen. And we got a Chaos Predator. Force Commander doing his thing with his hammer. Doesn't have an armor upgrade though, so it's not super tough at the moment. Only level 2. Got shot down pretty quickly. Look at those subjugated Tactical Marines took him down there. Well played, Sorcerer, level 4. And you get a damage bonus. And I think, isn't it damage immunity while you're subjugated? You can't be hurt, and you do more damage as well. But of course, you need to channel it with the Sorcerer. Kicking off west side. Double Dreadnoughts for Local Ghost with a Multi-Melter and Assault Cannon. And they are chasing down this Predator tank. Down it goes. Plasma Dev's got it. Great and Clean One getting some worship. No, he's not. Is he? Yeah. There's Lockyo's worship. Well, it takes a while to heal up just from worship. There's so much hit points. Oh, look at those bloodletters in the back lines there. Circle of Summoning from Logis or Logis took out those devs. That was pretty good. Can they get the VP? Plague Marines are trying. Might need to move up the Nurgle worship here, fellas. I don't know why you have two heretics Nurgle worship and it doesn't stack. I mean, they'll worship each other, but that's about it. They need to get a shrine maybe behind that shot blocker. Nurgle shrines are awesome. Here comes Land Raider Phobos from Logis. Gonna go with Logis from now on, I've decided. Red team looking a little bit depleted, but they have this fella and they have Terminators. What is this? It's Assault Terminators from Piranha-chan. These guys unique to the Force Command with the Thunderhammers and Storm Shields by default. And more Chaos Terminators this time from Daddy Warroth. Are they going to get Lightning Claws to fight those guys 1v1? You would think so. Is there some Khorne worship here? There is not. Look how much damage those Chaos Terminators have taken already. This Dreadnought is doing some really good work, you know. Look at this push from the Space Marines now. Have they hit critical mass here? 2 Dreadnoughts, they got Terminators, they got leveled up Marines. Need to get some Mark of Zinch or something. Oh, Logis has double Mark of Khorne. I mean, they'll do a lot. Oh boy, these guys just got Lightning Claws. Those CSN just can't fight them now. Even if they're both level 4, they'll still get torn apart by a single Lightning Claw Terminator squad. Plague Champion down over there. Remember, the Phobos is bashing power, apparently. What is this? It's the Sorcerer going for a decap. Maybe he can revive the Plague Champion afterwards. Doesn't have the teleport though, no. Dreadnoughts getting repairs. Space Marines not giving them an inch. They're still pushing forward 200 to 180. This is a Chaos Predator on the way for Lockyo. Plasma Cannon's going to get a shot here. Can it hit the... Oh, it stopped. It stopped to take the full brunt of it. Did a big Nurgle vomit thing. And then backs away. Sorcerer got a decap. Did not get the revive. There's a Space Marine Predator getting extra armor there. And we got Plasma Gun Tech Marine. Get in there. VP back. Will they push the mid? I think they should. I think they should. They probably have the advantage with a big 3v3 fight on the west side. But, you know, nukes can change things. None of them have nukes. Because they all got Terminators, I guess. But here's the Phobos. Could do some work, as you can see. And they don't have the land ready here to back off to. Double Plague Marines are going for a power bash, maybe? I'm not sure what's going on. Local Ghost is pushed all the way through. Down goes the Apothecary. They're trying to go after the tank. And they might get it. This guy might just go into base and get it. Yep, down it goes. Can he get away now? What's going on over here? There's the Dirge Caster. Lightning Claw Terminators for Daddy Warroth. And subjugated Space Marine Terminators. That could be a massive deal. If Logis can stay alive, use those abilities well, they could make a massive difference. They should also get Robes of Torment, I think. But, you know, Demon Armor's good. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, Touch of Nurgle on these Terminators. And the Touch of Nurgle damage is a global ability of the Plague Champion. Does scale off the amount of health the unit has that blows up. So if a Terminator blows up, it must do tons of damage. Phobos is pushed all the way up. You know what? That's a pretty good push by the Chaos team. Well done, fellas. Librarian gets himself in trouble. Might go down. Does go down. Took some las cannons to the back of the head. Assault Terminators took a lot of damage as well. They haven't dropped a model though. That was a big shot. That was a big shot. 2-1 cap for Space Marines. They have both the naturals here. Red team need to get their house in order. Looks like the... Is that the Sorcerer? Yeah, Sorcerer's going after it. That means he's not going to be available to subjugate those Terminators again though. Phobos is just hanging out here now. This is its life now. Is this a mistake? I don't see any anti-vehicle on the way. Local Ghost is going tier 3 now. They've only just gone tier 3. You know what? I didn't even notice that they were still tier 2. They did a lot of stuff. What is this? Plague Marine's got a decap. Well done, fellas. They're blowing up a lot. Can they get away? Looks like they are... Oh, they got teleported out by Logis, I think. Yep. Well done. Played well, this Sorcerer. One of those heroes that can make a massive difference to a 3v3, you know, the Sorcerer. Much like this fella. I guess they all can, but you know what I mean. Battle manipulation over here. Chaos Lord, almost level 4 with that Mantle of Hate. And the Grand King one's nice and healthy. Well, you know. relatively speaking. He's got health. More CSM. Maybe for some Markov Zinch. Double level 4 CSM here with Markov Korn. What is this? Chaos Lord taking the power back, and scouts are decapping. They need something permanently here, I think. 162 to 119. Kicking off towards the mid. Nope. Oh. Force Commander got foul snared. Heretics need to be careful. Keeping the worship up as long as they can, and then they get away. Okay. Here's a Shrine of Zinch. It's going to shoot out Doom Bolts. And it will shoot them out more if you worship it. Not sure how much damage they do, but it seems reasonable. Big push here by the Space Marines. Red team are getting their VP back. There's the Dirge Caster to stun those Terminators. Those Lightning Claw Terminators will do a lot of damage to a Great Unclean One, but they're taking a lot of damage here. The Great Unclean One goes for the tank. Here comes the Sorcerer. Could subjugate. Doom Bolts flies in. Wow, did a lot of damage. You know, there's Cloud of Flies. The Terminators got wrecked, and they are wiped, I believe. I think that was the last model. Didn't even need to subjugate them. Popular thing to do to Terminators is subjugate them and use their teleport. It does stay on cooldown when they go back. That was a pretty good fight for the Chaos team, you know. Really well played. Maybe, was that an ill-advised push by those two players? By Corona-chan? You see there, local Ghost asking for the Librarian to save stuff, but there wasn't any Librarians on the field. Save stuff with his Gate of Infinity. Chaos now pushing through, killing some scouts. Space Marine team kind of capitulating here. Force Commander's not giving up. Terminators have done really well for the Chaos team. There's the 2-1. Can they make it a triple? They need to keep something on their natural VP as well, because scouts are great at decapping late game. Hey, Mr. Play Champion, there's a VP right there, dude. Nope. Teleporting your Terminators to my base, says Logis. Talking about these melee guys, I think. There we go, there they are. Well played, Logis, again. Good battlefield awareness. Sneaky scouts. Sure, there's like getting some intel, I suppose. They were spotted, but these guys were given an order to move over there. Oh, being spotted by the aspiring champion. He's trained in spotting sneaky scouts. 94 to 119. Chaos surely have this now. Just got to sit on his 2-1. And look at the blue team. They're kind of messed up. Don't think they can push, but you never know. You never know. We got 2 Markov Zinch shrines. Not only does it give the shooting of the bolts, got this blue buff here. It's a damage resistance buff. 10% per shrine, I believe. But you're limited to 3 shrines, I think. At least that's how it should be. Predator tanks pushing against double Plague Marines. Oh, yep, double Plague Marines. Jumping in though. Looks like they're going through the mid here, the Space Marines. One last push for the Emperor. 69 to 119. Oh, something's dropping in. Is that a Venerable? It might be a Venerable. Nope, it's more Terminators from Corona-chan. Hell of a push. And they got a decap, you know, look. Sneaky scouts and they're not noticing. It's GG, says Local Ghost. Needs a cap, guys. Terminator's teleporting out. What a push. Look at this. Is it GG? Both the Predators survived even. Tech Marine is there to do Blessing of the Omnissiah. Maybe they did it already. CSM trying to cap is a bit too late. They're going to get wrecked. 69 to 119. Those CSM got destroyed. Great Unclean One though. Really evens it up, eh? Here comes a turret. Goes down immediately. But they are capping. Some scouts are going to die, I think. Something's being called in. It is more Tactical Marines from Local Ghost. 1-to-1 cap. And they're going to get it. Look at this. Stone Guard are going to get it. There's a 2-to-1 for blue. The champion now smacking around some enemy tactical marines. Throws up his heel as well. Phobos is chasing the tanks. Did it just misfire? What happened? Can it shoot? There we go. Takes that one out. Taking a lot of damage though. Might need to teleport it out here, Logis. Although, I think they can just afford another one if this one goes down. Will it come out in time though? They got it. They got it. There's the 2-1 for Chaos again. A hell of a push by the Space Marines, but I think they're broken. Look at their armies. Assault Terminator's coming back to base. The west side, though, is being capped by the Space Marines. Apothecary level 4, drain life and dies. And they can cap with the Vials of Purification. Trying to purify them. What is this? Oh, there's a concede by the Space Marines. Fair enough. They gave it a hell of a go. What an awesome 3v3. Really fun one. Apothecary level 5, Force Corner level 3, level 5 Tech Marine. You had level 4 Chaos Lord, had the claws at the end. Level 6 Plague Champion. Did Grandfather Nurgle proud. And really well played a level 7 Chaos Sorcerer from Logis. Did a lot of good stuff, saving things and subjugating things, pushing good areas of the map. Hell of a game. Well played to all these guys. Thank them for playing a faction war for us. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.